Welcome to Vine. Welcome to Golden Mission 144. Well, we seek out clear sight, clarity, confidence, and consistent divine guidance on this ascension path as divine feminine and divine masculine of this earth. You guys, I will be doing return emails for the next 2 days, so look for me. Yes. Okay, we are doing Divine Feminine, and this reading has an interesting thread to it, okay? One of the things that I get when I look at this reading for Divine Feminine is that you are protecting yourself, and that there is a change I'm getting in how you view loyalty. That many of you learned loyalty through means that would serve others. That loyalty was not designed to serve you too. We align with the music very early this time, very early. So you're getting I'm getting almost like a reprogramming of loyalty that includes you. And it's happening in how you're looking at the things in your life. Almost like repeat situations are coming up for the Divine Feminine. Almost like, wait a minute. I've already been around this road before. This looks too familiar. But in this review, it's coming for the Divine Feminine to choose a higher route for themselves, one that is love for themselves. So that's what's happening. It's kind of like that breaking of that pattern cycle that's coming up for Divine Feminine, heavy. And I see it in this reading. So we start out with the Four of Swords, but it's in reverse. So reverse is that wise administration, okay? That's that precaution. So I'm like, well, why would you have that wise administration, that precaution, that testament that we would actually start out? And the clarifier is material and spiritual prosperity. So this is everything. This is that 3D physical world, and this is that spiritual world of ascension that we have been talking about, that goes from 5 and above and above and above and above and above, you know, and the higher conscious view of things. So Divine Feminine is now, when we say wise administration, it's kind of what I started out kind of talking about, and that's why I knew what was exactly going on here. And it's like the Divine Feminine is like, okay, when it comes to these things, when it comes to my spiritual life, my spiritual well-being, my spiritual nature side, when it comes to how I handle myself in the physical world with people and situations and things that I need as a human being on this planet, that you guys are looking at how you are administering. And it's like, administering what? And it's like you're coming from a wise point of view now. So it's like, then the Hierophant comes out. And you know, the Hierophant is that marriage alliance card, that servitude card, but it's also that divine masculine card as well. So it is that divine and that human form all in one. But one of the amazing things about this is that the Divine Feminine is looking at, when it comes to wise administration, and they're looking at the testaments of kind of their life, they're looking at it when it comes to what they align themselves to. And it's almost like, look, I am giving myself a chance to do a life review prior to making decision of what would serve me best. Seems to be what's going on with the Divine Feminine. And the reason why this is happening, and Divine Feminine is really balancing your masculine side, which is a big indicator. You're really balancing your divine masculine side, because we know that masculine and feminine energy is within all, that light and dark, that yin and yang. It is within everyone, symbolized in these statues. So you're really balancing that out for yourself. You're balancing your masculine side, and it's like, hey, hold up. Before we make a move, I need to know how this is going to affect me on a material and spiritual plane. I need to know how this is going to affect me, because in the past, I have dealt with a lot of conflict and defeat when I align myself to people, situations, things, and I'm getting thought patterns. So it's like you guys are being very protective as to what you merge to. And marriage means merger. So you're literally merging what you merge your energy into. And you guys are being very, very thoughtful about that in a way that you haven't been thoughtful before, is what I'm getting. But you're like, look, I know what led me a lot of times to that conflict that I dealt with and that defeat that I dealt with. And it had nothing to do with the fact that I didn't deserve better. It had a lot to do with the way the divine feminine was viewing loyalty, and that you guys were instructed early on that loyalty meant the sacrificing of self in a lot of decisions in order to be there for someone else. And the reason why we know that is because here we go, coming right up, which is the 9 of Swords. So it's like, look, I'm telling you. It's like, look, I'm telling you for sure that this is what seems to have been going on. And it's like, look, it will lead to that death, that failure, that delay, that deception, that disappointment, that despair, that miscarriage. Things just would not birth. Your manifestations would begin, but they would not birth. And it's like, look, you're looking at what was causing all of that to your harvest. What was causing all of that to happen to your harvest? And that seems to be what the divine feminine has identified. You guys are like, look, I now have to see myself. I have to do a wise administration as to what I merge myself into, what I align myself with, because that is what caused the conflict and defeat and the deaths and failures and the delays and the disappointments and the despair and, you know, and the not birthing of your manifestations of your harvest. And that is whatever you set out as far as prayer, dreams, goals, all of that I'm getting, that is, it's like, look, you would get caught up in other people's situations, and that is what would affect you actually making it through. You know, it had nothing to do with your deserving, your promise, your rights to have, your ability, things of that sort. It's just that what you would begin to align yourself with wasn't necessarily the best choicings that I'm getting, that the divine feminine is coming up with. It's like, look, I learned a lot. But it's almost like the divine feminine is like, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to be in this bed with my hands over my face, because I made a decision from, and I'm getting the divine feminine meant so well. It's like I made decisions from this heart space of love for others, but I did not consider that it would affect my harvest coming in. I didn't realize that it would affect me so greatly. And it's amazing because it looks like the divine feminine is really being skilled. So it's almost like skilled labor when it comes to your obstacles and challenges that come your way. So it's like when these obstacles and challenges come your way, you're not just immediately coming up with a solution for all. That you're taking a second and you're being skilled and you're using your history on this planet, the experiences that you've had and how you've lived, and that is how you are being very skilled in what you are co-creating on this planet. It's almost like now I can see the obstacle and challenge in front of me, but I can do a wise administration of myself when it comes to it. Meaning that you can see, and it's almost like that that reading that I did with the 9-9. Oh, no, it wasn't the 9-9. It was a divine. Check out all the ones marked September. They've all been within the past days, so you know they are effective all the way through. But it was one, I think MW had pointed it out. It's like you can bless without being attached to the mess, you know? So that seems like what the divine feminine is really, really heavily focused on. It's like, look, I have to be skilled at what I align myself to at this point in time. That you guys are co-creating from a position of power. And the position of power has been there, done that. So it's like been there, done that. And that you're using your ability to have that clear sight, which is I can actually see the energetic fabric of this experience. Even though I've been here before, I can see the energetic fabric of this experience. And the main solution that I'm getting, that the divine feminine is determining what they need to come up with is, how am I going to be in this situation? How am I going to be? What do I need in this situation to be okay? You are becoming a leading role in your story. You are becoming a co-creator in your story. I'm getting that it's no longer putting a lot of that energy out and wanting to get that love back and then being really disappointed. It's almost like, hey, when the things come up, when the obstacles and challenges come up, the same way I find a beautiful divine route for other people, I can also find a beautiful divine route for me too in this same situation. And we can all kind of rise here. We can all be okay here. Seems to be what's going on. The reason why I know that is because then the Emperor comes out. And I want you to know that this is all about the divine feminine balance and the masculine energy within, in a way that the divine feminine has never done before. You are no longer turning away from your masculine energy within, your center of being able to make action, get things done, make choices for yourself, have a leadership role in your own life and well-being. You are really turning into your masculine energy and balancing it out, not running from it, but facing it when it comes to doing things. Not just going from that feminine side of, okay, well, let's do this for the feeling and heart. You're really going in with that masculine energy, and it's like, hey, does this serve us? Does this serve us? You know, and how can this work for me, including everyone else? So the Emperor is that stability and that power, that great person. So it's like you are really being skilled in developing the view of your stability, your power, and who you are in those situations that come about that the divine feminine has to face. Really coming in with that sacral chakra, you know, that you're dealing with at this point in time. And then here we go with that 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, being very, very, very skilled. Very skilled in what and how you're handling your Queen of Cups, your emotion center. You're balancing out that Queen of Cups with that masculine energy within. And interesting enough, then you have that 4 of Pentacles, which is that you're making sure that you have what you need. You're making sure you have what you need in the situations that come out. You're making sure that you are able to have that pinnacle for yourself, that felicity for yourself, that happiness for yourself, you know? And you're recognizing that you're the only one that is responsible for making that happen. You became responsible for making it happen for other people, and then you negated the fact that if you were making it happen for other people, then there was no one making it happen for you. And this is where the dilemma seems to have come in with the divine feminine energy that you are working on now, that you are becoming very skilled in making sure that you are your protector. You're not looking for those in which you grew up with parental figures to be your protector. You're not looking for those that you've been in relationship union with to be your protector. You're not looking for those that you have got into organization, association with to be your protector. That the divine feminine has now determined that I have the ability to be my protector. I can align within and determine what's the best route for me, and I can make that choice. The divine feminine is also becoming a protector of their ability to obtain ascension, spiritual growth, and the material, physical growth on this planet, okay? So it's like divided into both. I've got that out clear now. So the divine feminine is understanding that their role in having this life as they desire is to allow themselves to have it. That their worry about themselves is okay, but their worry about other people is where things were a little bit off. Yeah, and it's like, well, wait, I didn't want to develop that narcissistic well-being. Well, it's like, hey, you're coming from a heart balanced place. So when you say worry about yourself, it's taking care of yourself is your greatest responsibility on this earth plane. That's your responsibility. Yeah, it's beautiful. Then we have coming in to round this off with the angels and ancestors, we have the hunter. And the hunter is coming in with the message of track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. Instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter. You are being given confidence. Yeah. You're being given confidence and strength at this time. So use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You are here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you are of masculine, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. If you are feminine, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. That's beautiful. The golden mission. The golden mission is union. Union within self, then union with others. If you need some help with all of this, there is a course below. There is also a partnering channel that I have developed that supports an Ascension keys that you'll see in the comments and also in the description. There is also an option to meet with me that you'll also see in the description. All right, take care of you. See you soon.